Today, I'll give you 5 most important changes related to Czech immigration that are effective from the 1st of January 2025. I will also get back to the changes that became effective in 2024 because there were some significant changes as well. And I will also touch the topic of other changes that might become effective during 2025 because there is still a lot to come. So I'll cover all this. So let's go first through the changes that became effective on the 1st of January, meaning yesterday of 2025. Number 1 is that Bulgaria and Romania fully joined the Schengen space. It's not exactly about Czech immigration, but it is related to living in the Czech Republic, Schengen visas and all that. And it's important because until now, Romania and Bulgaria were part of the Schengen, but only when flying or on the boats. Now it's extended to basically all means of travel. So they are fully part of Schengen, which is great for sure. Second thing, minimum salary has been increased. This might also be kind of like, no, it's actually, yeah, okay. So it's effective from the 1st of January. I got confused. So the minimum salary has been increased from the 1st of January 2025 pretty significantly. And also the guaranteed salary levels for different positions were cancelled completely. So there is now just one relatively high compared to last year's numbers, one minimum salary amount. So what is important for you, if you have anything lower than that in your contract, you have to change that. For sure do that, otherwise your contract might not be accepted by the Ministry of the Interior or wherever you want to show it. I've done another video basically about most of the changes, so if you want to get to know more about any of these topics, just go to my channel and search for the videos. They will be pretty recent, I would say. So that was number 2. Number 3, the monthly payments for freelancers in the Czech Republic increased as well. Pretty significantly again for the Social Security, the healthcare not that much, income tax doesn't change or hasn't changed, but the Social Security has increased pretty significantly, I think to almost like 5,000 crowns a month. Number 4, because all these numbers are increasing, what has also been increased is the a general amount for housing costs. That is important if you are submitting an application for a residence permit, which requires you to prove your income. Not balance, that's different. But if you need to prove your income, this is significant because the minimum housing costs were increased, which means that your income also must be higher than last year. And number 5 is that stamps, the lovely stamps which you lick and attach to your application, are no longer accepted by any governmental offices, but in this relation, especially by the Ministry of the Interior. So I actually had a consultation with a client today and he still had the stamps ready in his file. So unfortunately, the ministry will not accept them anymore and you will be asked to pay either by card or the ministry might generate a special QR code which you will be able to use to do a bank transfer. Sorry guys. So these were the 5 changes from January 2025, 1st of January. Now the changes that happened already in 2024. I'll just discuss them briefly because I've done videos about those as well, about most of them. So first, I have not done video about that because basically no followers of mine are from this group of people. But I want to mention it as well because it's pretty significant in the immigration field, and that is that the temporary protection has been extended for another year. So Ukrainians who have the temporary protection visas can extend it for another year until March 2026. So that was an important information. Second thing, which is very important, and there are actually 2 things related together, is that 9 nationalities were granted free access to the Czech labor market. Americans, Australians, Canadians, British, and 5 more. I've done a video about that. We have a blog about this topic on our website, movetoprague.com. So just go there to read more about it, or like watch the video about it. But briefly, it means that if you're a British citizen, American citizen, Australian citizen, one of these 9 nationalities, and you already are in the Czech Republic under some type of long-term visa or long-term residence permit, you don't need anything else to work here. So if you're here, for example, as a student of non-accredited program like AAU or University of New York in Prague or similar colleges where not all the programs are accredited, then you generally don't have free access to the Czech labor market as students do, because you're not technically considered a student. Now it does not really matter because you have free access to the Czech labor market anyway. Similarly, it goes for family members, for example. So if you were an American and you had a family reunification visa, you could not work, you could not get employed. Now you can, because you have free access to the Czech labor market. So this is for these 9 nationalities. This might be pretty significant. It doesn't really change much on the general visa process. It still takes the same effing long time, but it might be helpful in some cases. And generally, or related to this, also the test of the labor market has been cancelled or shortened to 0 days. So basically, for the general employee card or blue card application, employers still need to advertise the position with the labor office, but they don't have to wait the 30 days or 10 days to get the vacancy number. You basically get it immediately. So it's also like making the process a bit easier. Again, it doesn't change anything because the 10 days or 30 days you had to wait, you anyway used for getting all your documents apostilled, super legalized, translated, getting the appointment at the embassy, finding accommodation, all that. So in real life, it does not really change anything timeline-wise, but it's a step towards something good, hopefully, and it might actually make your life easier, especially if you're changing employers. There, it's a significant shortening of time, but for new applications, does not really matter in real. So those were the other changes that happened already in 2024, but there is more to come in 2025 because the new immigration law will be introduced. Part of that, for example, one of the things would be that EU citizens must have to get the registration certificate to live in the Czech Republic. As of now, it's not mandatory. It's voluntary. You can do it. It has some benefits, without that you cannot register a car, or sometimes you cannot get a mortgage, stuff like that. But from 2025, it should be mandatory. So all EU citizens will kind of need to get a visa to live in the Czech Republic. Not really, it's not a visa, it's a registration, but you will have to do something to live here, which until now you did not really have to do anything other than maybe registering at the foreign police within 30 days. So that's one of the changes. Another change is that Russians might not be able to get a Czech citizenship if they don't give up Russian citizenship, which is the biggest stupidity the Czech government has come up with in the last couple of years, and there have been plenty of stupidities. So this is the biggest one in my opinion, but it might be unfortunately introduced as well. Not in the immigration law changes, they will sneak it into some other laws, but that might also happen. And there are way more things that will be happening. The blue card requirement, the salary requirement might be increasing also in April, and other things. So I will, of course, keep you informed about those. So subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, follow me on Facebook and everywhere, because I will be sharing the news for sure as soon as they happen or as soon as I am aware of them. That's basically it, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you know about some more changes coming from there. There are way more, especially in the employment field, but that's That's for everyone. That's for Czech citizens as well. That's for foreign workers as well. So I didn't want to go too much into details there, but there are many changes in that field as well. But if you know about some other changes in Czech immigration or something related to that, something important, let me know in the comments, share it with the rest of the world, and I'll see you again Monday, Thursday, until the end of the world. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.